Jeez, man. What the f? You hit me in the nose, for f***'s sake. Ow! Oh my god. Ow! I mean, yeah, I'm sneaking up on you, okay. But, like, who the f*** throws a rock, bro? So what, you just gonna stand there, or...
The year is 1980. Camp Bengoolie is weeks away from reopening for the summer, and our enterprising young counselors arrive early to reset the camp to proper form. 3 days later, a park ranger finds their mutilated bodies, all 9 of them, scattered around the camp. Tonight, we'll hear a similar story, one about a place called Crystal Lake, a boy named Jason Voorhees, and 9 counselors who never got to go back home. This is the story of Friday the 13th.
Have you ever been to sleepaway camp? Spending a couple of weeks in peak summer heat to make some friends and enjoy the outdoors, far away from parental supervision? Sounds like a dream. It sure seemed that way for Camp Crystal Lake until one Friday the 13th in 1958, when 2 counselors were murdered in cold blood. Fast forward 20 years, and the camp is back in swing, but now it has a death curse.
It's got a death curse!
The locals call it Camp Blood, which doesn't deter a fresh batch of counselors, including a young Kevin Bacon, to start setting up. Camp Blood lives up to its name, however, when more bodies begin to turn up. Seems pretty open and shut, right? Raging hormones, dark cabins, and an axe murderer on the loose. Our horror movie feels pretty standard. Boring, even. In fact, that's what the LA Times and dozens of other critics had to say when it was released in 1980. The box office told a different story, however, where it grossed nearly $40 million domestically. A smash hit for Paramount, who distributed the film internationally after buying it from director Sean S. Cunningham for a measly $1.5 million. Friday the 13th is actually the first independent slasher to be acquired by a major studio, and the positive reception from young audiences made it Paramount's second most successful release of the year, after Airplane.
Wait a minute, I know you! You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar!
Said Paramount executive Frank Mancuso of the film, quote, "The minute we saw Friday the 13th, we knew we had a hit." It is a divisive movie. The critics were right about that. It has been both praised and condemned for its violence, subject matter, low budget, cinematography, its 10 sequels. The list goes on. At the same time, it's generally considered by horror fans as important to the genre. It's a film that subverts your expectations by giving scares that feel organic and gore that makes me squirm, even with its low-budget look. A production you might call high camp, that subgenre of subgenres, encompassing an aesthetic style and sensibility that admires bad taste and ironic value. Much of horror falls into this category, but only a stellar few can become cult classics. It's the quintessential sleepaway slasher, and you can't really talk about slashers without mentioning this movie. There's a real comfort to camp, nostalgia that evokes a feeling. Adding that layer of terror only makes the feeling grow stronger.
Ah.